It's Adrian Bo, CEO of Adrian Bo Auctions and Training and Chief Auctioneer for Ray White, the Tessellin Group, Quakers Hill, always making real estate great again. Now, today is Sunday, the 31st of May, and just giving you a weekly auction market property wrap throughout the nation to kick off with. So we had 3,000 auctions throughout Australia this week, and that was led by Melbourne with over 1,200 auctions. Coming in second was Sydney with about 800 auctions, and then Brisbane just over 200 auctions. Now, the last week's clearance rate nationally was 65%, and I'm happy to report this weekend at Ray White Quakers Hill, the Tessellin Group, we had 83% clearance rate, selling 5 out of 6 at auction under the hammer unconditionally. Coming back to the national statistics, it was outstanding to see that in May, we also saw an increase in the home value index. You know that I'm obsessed with this Dow Jones of real estate through CoreLogic. It is the best barometer of not just clearance rates, but national values throughout Australia. Now, numbers don't lie. We've had increases all throughout the last 5 months now, and in May, nationally, on average, we saw 0.5% increase for May. Outstanding, and that brings the national increase to 1.7% for the first 5 months of 2025. The good news also was with the Home Value Index, or HVI as an acronym, was that all capital cities grew, where in past months we've had only some that have actually had some growth. Now, also very encouraging to hear that the monthly rental growth for May nationally was 0.4%. So those rents went up about 0.4% nationally on average as an aggregate throughout Australia. And the sentiment of the housing market, in my opinion, is outstanding. We've got decreasing inflation, we've got further expected rate cuts, and we've got high consumer confidence. So a terrific environment and symposium for all buyers and sellers to transact for the residue of 2025. Now, coming back to you with the local wrap for the auctions that we conducted at the Tessellin Group Quakers Hill office at Ray White. Firstly, we had Sam Yazdi, the Persian Prince. What an outstanding agent he is. And Elliot Shoebridge, Shuey for short, terrific auctioneer who conducted an outstanding auction on behalf of Sam and his terrific team. And that was at 11A Mottle Grove in Woodcroft. Now, what they managed to do was create a new duplex record for the suburb of Woodcroft. Now, that sold for $973,333. That's for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double parking. So terrific result for the community there, raising the bar, as always, throughout the Quakers Hill and surrounding areas. And Sam Yazdi, well done, and Shuey, great result, great auction, great call. Then I conducted a number of auctions for Josh Tessellin, the #1 agent in Ray White throughout the entire globe, and we started at 57 Cowper Circle in the core market there of Quakers Hill, and we sold that for $1,420,000. That was above reserve. Now, that was a failed campaign from another agent, freestanding home. It just goes to show that within a short period of time in the same market conditions, how new energy, new process, new communication, new systems, new buyers, new database can actually yield an outstanding result, not just not selling with the previous agent, but us achieving a premium price above the reserve with multiple registrations. So terrific result for our clients there, especially after what they had to endure with our predecessors as the agents. Then we went on to 1 Stutt Street in Kings Park, also selling above the reserve, multiple registrations, $1,150,000. lovely clients. They've bought at auction through us a few weeks ago, and they entrusted us, Tessellin, with their home to sell. It was a modern home. Terrific outcome for that particular family. What a lovely result to be able to assist them holistically, both in the buying and selling process. Then we went to 90 Buckwell Drive at Hasslegrove there, and that sold for $938,888. Again, another failed campaign through another agent. We came in with new energy, new process, new communication, and sold it for an outstanding result, and that was a freestanding home there. Then the final one was number 6, Hazley Street, also in Hasslegrove, sold for $837,000. Shout out to Gail, the lovely owner who's owned the property for decades. There was a freestanding home there, and that's her superannuation, given she's now moved to the Gold Coast. So thank you for listening to the weekly wrap. I'll be back as always next week. And again, live with virtue and God bless.